Eagles Nation, it has been too long, but we are finally here. Week 1 of the 2025 NFL regular season has arrived, and the Eagles open up the season at home, hanging the Super Bowl banner against our age-old rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. The first time we've opened up the season against them since the year 2000. There's quite a bit to talk about, so let's get right into it. Yes, the road to the Eagles potentially repeating and defending their Super Bowl crown begins, but the opponent will be looking a bit different compared to years past. By now, everyone knows about the trade that shocked the NFL world when Jerry Jones decided to send Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. Although this does change their defense in a big way, I have a weird feeling that the Cowboys will be able to make it work without Parsons. Now, don't get me wrong, Parsons is a tremendous player, one of a kind. He's in the realm of the Myles Garretts and TJ Watts, in my opinion, with the way he can get to the QB and wreck a game. And I do think him being moved to the Packers makes them a big threat in the NFC. But I just have a strange feeling their defense will be able to pick up the slack, at least to some extent. Either way, this is still a division rival matchup, and it's week 1. No matter what happened last season, it's a new year, and the record is 0-0 across the board. No time to be complacent. Now, looking at the rest of the Cowboys defense, it looks like, despite conflicting reports the past few days, Trayvon Diggs will be playing in this week 1 matchup with Deron Bland playing at the CB2 spot. Both impressive corners, but I still have my money on AJ and Devontae to get the better of that matchup. Even if they somehow get slowed down, then we can spread the ball around to Goddard, Dotson, or some of the new faces in the receiver room like John Mechie or Darius Cooper. Our receiver room is absolutely loaded, and I love it. If all goes well with Kevin Patullo as a new OC, the Eagles offense could be lights out through the air this year. But of course, if that doesn't work, we can always hand the ball to Saquon and let him go to work. I would love to see Saquon go for 2,000 yards again, but I feel like this year is going to be a bit more pass heavy, and it'll be amazing. On the other side of the ball is where things may get a bit more interesting. Although we lost quite a few impactful players on the defensive side of the ball, can't lie, it's going to be really weird no longer seeing Josh Sweat's sack celebration in midnight green. But as he's done for the past 4 to 5 years now, Howie and the scouting department have done a great job filling this team with solid depth pieces to replace those losses, and maneuvered pretty well in the draft this past year to solidify defense. Unfortunately, I do think we will see moments of Dak spreading the ball down the field a bit, given the questions we still have in the secondary, with us not having the most confident options at safety next to Reed Blankenship or CB2 next to Quinyon Mitchell. Although I think Q will be able to hold his own against CD for most of the game, Lamb is an elite receiver and will probably get the upper hand on the few downs as the game plays out. With that being said though, my eyes will be more focused on George Pickens. Although he's seen by fans as the NBA youngboy of the NFL, with him at times being seen as a bit immature and having more than a few crash out moments on the field, he's still a very good receiver. And with him being on the last year of his contract, I think we'll see him start the season a bit more focused than usual to prove just that, and try to rehab his reputation in the league for free agency next year. And with our questions at secondary, I could see Dak trying to rely on Pickens more, as he'll most likely go up against Adoree Jackson, or they may use Pickens as a decoy to free up CD throughout the game. Either way, I'm looking for the D-line to take charge and get to Dak quick, early, and make him uncomfortable. I believe that's going to be the big difference maker for us on defense if we want to win this game, and probably most of the season, at least until we get the secondary more shored up. In the end, I do see the Eagles pulling out the win and starting the season 1-0, but I don't think it'll be as easy of a game as most people think, and to be honest, we shouldn't see it that way, and I'm glad this team doesn't. For the past few weeks leading up to the start of the season, we've heard from Sirianni, to Hurts, to AJ, to Mailata. Just about everyone on the team has the same mindset. Last year was amazing. We climbed the top of the mountain and won the ultimate prize. But that was last year. None of it matters once the new season starts. Everything is reset, and we gotta prove that we can do it again. Opposing teams are hungrier than ever to take us down. We're the hunted now. We can't take anyone lightly, and this team understands that and has the right mentality going into the season. And speaking of having the right mentality, I have a sneaky suspicion that this may be the best season we've seen yet from Jalen Hurts. Hurts has always been a hard worker, always looking to improve, and is rarely ever satisfied. Almost immediately after the parade and the other festivities were done, he was quickly back on the field working out. Like I said before, this may be the best pass-catching group the Eagles have ever had, and I think Hurts is going to take full advantage of that, even with this being the 5th different offensive coordinator he's had in his NFL career. I think Patullo and Hurts, as well as the receivers, have a good understanding of what works for them, so we won't have another Brian Johnson situation. Will the offense start off slow to start the game? Maybe, because that's simply the trend the team has had the past few years, especially with it being week 1. But as the season unfolds, I truly believe we'll see this offense take new heights, and Hurts will be at the center of it all. But of course, that's just my opinion. And with that being said, that'll do it for this video. A bit quicker than normal, but I really want to get this one out as quick as possible before game time. I'll be sure to post more recap videos again as well this season, sometime after the game's end. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe, as it would be a big help for me to grow this channel. And comment your expectations for this upcoming season, whether you're an Eagles fan or a fan of another team. Let me know what you're most excited for. Thank you guys for all your support. I'll see you in the next video, and of course, go Birds, baby!